Hello, Steve. Hello, Jill. It's time to game classy.
There you go. Now it's not using your webcam.
Damn fucking computers. Gonna kill us all.
Mine always
I
works.
know.
Good on my end. Sorry, I always bust James's balls too, because when we play Warhammer, he uses a Bluetooth headset. So every time we do voice comms, he's got some sort of issue because he's using Bluetooth, and I'm just like, yeah, mine's wired. It just works right away.
Voice comms.
Yeah, I always razz him about it because my shit always works because I just use a USB headset. So.
Well, yeah, I just know I'm actually using a USB microphone that I've had from Rock Band. I've had this microphone for almost 20 years at this point.
Is that the legendary one that was hanging from the ceiling with everyone yelling at it?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Same one I've always used.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, back in the day when we used to record in person, I actually had actual condenser mics. This one is
yes.
just I've had in my back pocket for years.
Yeah, no, because there was definitely at one point there was a mic taped to the ceiling. I wasn't there, but there was definitely a mic taped to the ceiling where everyone was just yelling at the mic.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the early days of Planet Arbitrary from way back when.
That's right. I recall.
Good times.
I remember. Don't worry. How could I ever forget it was the first time, the last time we ever met, man.
All right, welcome to Game Classy, the podcast where we wax nostalgic about podcasts we recorded 12 years ago. Well, 17 years ago at this point.
And reference Phil Collins.
I remember.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're recording on a Monday morning. This is a new vibe for everyone involved.
That's right. It's Monday. Yeah. It's Monday morning.
Yeah. Wow. You're chipper. I am not.
Oh, my bad.
I know it's fine. I had a audition last night, so I'm trying out for a new play.
Ah, I see. Very good.
Yeah. It's. I really like this one place. I really enjoy working with them as a theater group, but their auditions are like 2 hours long, 2.5 hours long. Oh. So they're really physically taxing.
I say that sounds like kind of, what is it? Sounds like some work.
It is. It's difficult, but it's it's good acting. It's not like you show up, you do a monologue, and you leave. This is like you're reading scenes, you're working with each other. I really enjoy this process. So.
But I want to show up and read a monologue and leave.
Yes. To be or not to be? That is the question.
To bust or not to bust? That is the question.
Are we bust downs? Remember the term bust down?
I don't actually remember the term bust down. I know busted, and I knew lots of various uses of the word bustin', but I do not recall bust down.
As a model teacher from the movie Dangerous Minds, I worked with a lot of inner city youths throughout most of my career. Utes. Sorry. So I tend to wax nostalgic about old slang that very few people actually know.
Yeah, I've never heard that, and I was reasonably slang pilled in the 90s.
Well, this is 2000. This is like 2008, 2009-ish.
Okay, well that would explain why I have no idea what that is.
Maybe even earlier, like 2006, 2007. But anyway, I the other day I was working in the school and I was yelling at some kid about something or other, and he just goes, "Damn, you're a lame." And I'm like, "Did you just call me a lame?" No one's used the term called a lame since like 2007. So this is like a complete shock to me. It's like some kid looking at you in I don't know 1997 and saying, "Man, this is really groovy." It's like, what?
I mean, you used the term correctly. It's just odd that you used it.
It's like, what year are you from? Have you traveled through a time warp? Please go back in time and warn me against buying a house before the bubble.
Hey, sit on it.
Actually, I was quite fine financially with that purchase of the house. I ended up selling for way more than I bought it for, but that's great.
Hey, sit on it.
Sit on it. Anyway, so this we get to talk about the New Year preview today.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got some other stuff too, but I was not talking about the New Year. I was not actually looking at the New Year preview. I should probably look at that, huh?
It's nothing too fancy, nothing that you're going to be like, oh my fucking god,
Oh yeah.
I need to buy this. So a bunch of new stuff was previewed last Friday. Their New Year preview. This is like a junk preview, if you ask me. This is like, hey, we got a bunch of stuff coming up, so we're just going to bundle it all together and put it out.
Oh, I mean, the Red Corsairs do look fucking sick as shit. Like
The Red Corsair release, I think, is the dopest of the releases.
yeah, they look fucking awesome.
Even though I also think that the plastic Custodes is pretty dope in and of themselves, but they're just rehashes of older models.
Mm.
So if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, the Corsairs are super sick.
So starting off small, they got the new Glaive Super Heavy Special Weapons Tank coming out. So it's just basically variations on the Fellblade for the Astartes. For it was kind of a big Horus Heresy release.
More like the Afartes.
The Astartes.
Got them.
As I said, I'm not a huge fan of Horus Heresy 3. I've actually been looking at getting back into playing some Horus Heresy 2 for a while, just because I like that system a little bit better. I'm not anywhere focused on Horus Heresy, but I do like the models that have been coming out for it. I think everything that they've been releasing is really gorgeous. But you know, whatever. It's to each their own. It's a very, very expensive kit. And I have all of the files in 3D for those tanks, so I'm not even going to bother with that.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like there isn't much to do in that case, right?
I kind of like the idea of the super heavies of like big Games Workshop stuff being like a very limited kit. Like I liked it when it was Forge World, where it's like you had to like actually work at it, and you know, it cost a lot of money to get it, and so not a lot of people did it. So when you'd see one on the table, you're like, oh, look at that. That guy's got a glaive. And then you talk to the guy and you're like, that guy's a douche. I don't want to play with him.
Yeah.
So we'll it's a big tank. Whatever. I like the Forge. I miss when Forge World were something special, you know?
Yeah. I mean, there's something to be said for that. There's less
Gravitas.
There's less oomph because it's, you know, it's just not it's less unique. Because I mean, when you'd see like one of the old Armor Cast things, you'd be like, what the fuck is that? You have no idea what it is.
Did you make this?
Yeah, like,
did you make this at home?
Yeah, what the hell is this? Like,
Did you sculpt this?
Yeah, did you sculpt that? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like that, the other, and I get it. You know, it's you know, it's just like fucking Mandalorians. Like they are, the more you put in, the less interesting they get.
It's exactly, you are exactly correct. However, I think if Games Workshop bought the old molds off Armor Cast and put those as made to order, so many people would buy the old Armor Cast.
They would make so much money.
Yeah, I would probably buy an old Armor Cast Warhound if they had one for sale.
I would probably buy the old Tyranid shit.
Yeah, well, you want to get an Exocrine?
Yeah, like the old giant Tyranid stuff, because they had more than one.
Yeah, they had 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Maybe you get an Eldar Weave Serpent.
No, I think the current Wave Serpent is fine. I don't think I would need to go. I don't think I would need to go to the Armor Cast one.
I sometimes think about that, how there was rules for Wave Serpents and like Land Raiders in the early days, in the heady days of the 2000s, that they just didn't exist as models, though.
Oh, in terms of like even back then, it was crazy that they didn't have a model for as long as they did, because it was it wasn't like a special thing. Like that was their like regular ass fucking troop carrier. That would be like releasing the Space Marines with no Rhino and only Predators.
I know. It's insane.
It's absolutely bananas.
Bananas.
It is. It's bananas.
Other release, they're really the new Blood Bowl teams. They got a High Elf team coming out that's wearing short shorts. I just wanted to mention it because they're wearing short shorts.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you get to see those thighs.
Those creamy, milky thighs. We love them.
Creamy, milky thighs.
Yeah.
I love, Blood Bowl is just one of those games where I'm just like, it's so cool. I'm never going to play it, but I'm so glad that it exists.
I'm like this close to getting the starter, the Bretonnian versus Tomb King starter. I'm close, man.
Well, you do love Tomb Kings.
It's true. It's true.
It's the only reason you'd buy that is for the Tomb Kings.
It's so cool.
It's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm just like, I'm never ever like even in my never gonna happen dreams am I ever gonna play Blood Bowl, so I might as well just skip it.
I know. That's exactly it. It's like, I'm never going to play this game. Why would I buy it?
Yeah, like even in my like delusions, I'm never gonna play it. So I think the closest thing I have to that, and which is like really actually reasonable, is like I might pick up some at some point what the hell, Combat Patrols.
Oh, yeah.
Because I still think Combat Patrol is really fun. And I think like that's like if anyone I know like has 40K and they ever wanted to play, I could just be like, yeah, just put together a Combat Patrol and we could play.
Yeah. I actually, I think Games Workshop should do Horus Heresy Combat Patrol because I think it actually makes way more sense. But
oh, it'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Some new AOS stuff. They got the Disciples of Tzeentch has got a new release coming out, so they have the Fate Master also showing off luscious thighs.
Yeah, very cool model. I like that model a lot, actually. The Fate Master. He looks very like, we always joke about how Age of Sigmar is basically He-Man.
Yeah,
and that is one of the most He-Man fucking figures I've seen in a long time.
Well, I think everything is going towards He-Man with those big fucking juicy thighs. This should just be called the bare thigh preview.
I would agree, except immediately that is rebuked by the elf.
You know what though? It looks like he's got bare thighs, but he doesn't. So it's like teasing you on the bare thighs.
I see. You know
what I'm talking about. You look at him, and you're like, is he wearing? No, he's got pants on.
He's wearing his little robes.
Oh God, I hate the new sculpts on these elves' faces.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
They look like Vulcans.
Yeah, definitely gonna use the helmet on them. Well, I mean, they gotta make the elves more Age of Sigmar-y. They can't just look like regular elves. They have to look like Age of Sigmar elves. See,
it's true.
That's I figured it out. Like that's why it's like everything has to look like an Age of Sigmar version of it, and that's why the elves look the way they do.
Yeah,
and that's why everything looks the way it does.
However, I have been laughing at the Argent Shards meme of the flyer of Tzeentch crashing into them. It's made me laugh so hard every time I see it.
It's pretty great. The one thing, it's not a preview because I'm sure it's been out for a while and I just somehow missed it. But the fucking elf Cloud Rider, like I love that model.
The Cloud Rider.
Yeah, like in the spearhead, the Harukan Vanguard spearhead.
Yeah.
You can see he's in the middle of it. He's a Cloud Rider. It's like Goku riding the flying Nimbus.
Does he have a monkey tail?
He doesn't, but he should.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like legit, he's just literally like riding on a fucking poofy cloud. It's very funny. I was just like, what the fuck? Hurricane Wind Mage is what the model is called.
The Wind Mage, yeah.
Yeah, the Hurricane Wind Mage. Yeah, if anyone wants to know what we're talking about, it's Hurakan Wind Mage. Please look and enjoy the Age of Sigmar Goku.
I mean, it's good. There's Age of Sigmar is kind of wonderful because of the He-Man vibe. The entire system though, and how Games Workshop is playing these systems now, Age of Sigmar and 40K, it's just so foreign to me. I just don't like the play style with these games. It's not the rules. It's not the design of the models. It's nothing like that. It's just
Are they too tournamenty?
Yeah, I think that's just what it is. I don't feel like I'm playing a war game. I feel like I'm playing a card game. If that makes sense.
It's tight. It's tighter and more competitively written than a normal war game.
Yeah, that's true. It is
absolutely what that is, and they update it very frequently. So I think it's more about. So I have a to not pivot, but to use that as a launching point. I think the difference is for Age of Sigmar and 40K. So follow me here.
Okay, I'm following you.
For Age of Sigmar and 40K, Games Workshop wants you to have a collection.
Yes.
And in fantasy and older editions of 40K, you were expected to have an army.
Yes.
And I think that is the biggest difference between the modern Games Workshop miniatures games and the classic ones, like where we cut our teeth, so to speak, is that the older editions we played, they were army games. This is a collection game because the idea is that you're gonna collect the realm lords, right?
Yes.
And then like, oh, the kangaroo guys fucking suck ass. But that's okay. Don't worry about it. Just buy them, paint them, have fun with them, put them on your shelf, because when, you know, the new edition comes out, the kangaroo guys that you haven't been using, they're going to wax. And then the, you know, the disc rider guys you've been using, they're going to wane.
Oh, okay.
So-
I like the idea. I like that concept.
And that's what I think that's what I think they're doing design wise, because if you look at it, like that's how every edition seems to be. It's like, it's rather than like, because the army balancing of like, oh my god, this army is just insanely broken now, still of course happens, but it's way more rare, and the extremes are nowhere near they were in the more army focused games. Because I mean, the most broken army that I can think of in Age of Sigmar that's ever existed was still a transplant from old editions. It was Beastmen. Before the Beastmen got rotated, they were the most broken. They were possibly the most dominant army that's ever been in a miniatures game ever. Their win percentage was like approaching 75%, which that's absurd. Like to put it into perspective, I think the highest win rate for the lantern list is like 56%. And the lantern list is agreed upon breaking the foundations of Warhammer the Old World at a 56% win rate. So the Beastmen were absolutely snapped in half. Now, if you look at every other army, it's like usually what happens is that the army, for the most part, the armies are reasonably where they are. Like if your army is a B tier army, when they do the new release, it's not going to suddenly rocket up to S tier. What's going to happen is that your units that suck in your collection are going to get better, and the units that are maybe too good are going to get a little worse or stay the same.
Yeah.
And that's for me, that I think that's the difference, and I think that's what you're trying to describe is the mouthfeel.
Okay. Well, what I'm trying to describe, or what you're trying to describe in a more generalized sense?
In a generalized sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not really describing the mouth.
No. In a generalized sense, that's the mouthfeel of it. It's army game versus collection game.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But for me, it's when I'm looking at Age of Sigmar stuff and I look at battle reports and everything else, it just seems like it's very close to how I used to feel about War Machine. Where it was like, okay, I'm laying this down. Here are my combos that I'm using. You can't beat me with this combo with your combos. Right.
Yeah. No. I totally see that. And that was my biggest problem when I was playing Age of Sigmar. Is like there was nothing, and this is one of the reasons why I think Spearhead is better. Back to that point where I say Spearhead versus Comet Patrol. I could never get around Age of Sigmar eventually just being a big pile in the middle of the board. And I was like, am I playing this game wrong? Like, should this because every single game of Age of Sigmar would end up being a big pile of models in the center of the board. Period. Like almost universally. I cannot think of a game I played where that was not like the end game. Like the end game state was every model.
We've entered endgame.
We've entered endgame. All of the models have been pushed into a pile in the center of the board. Now we're cooking. And then it was basically just alternating between the two players of like which combat will we fight until one side broke via attrition. So yeah, I was kind of like, it's kind of boring. And I was like, and then the next game is that, and then like over and over and over, the game just kept being like everyone just piles in the middle until we got like a very rare scenario where it was like, oh, this scenario will actually make us not want to pile our shit in the middle of the board. So yeah, that's a design issue.
Called a scrum.
Yes, I think the scrum. So I don't know if anyone, dear listener, if you're an active 40K player of the current edition, is it like that in 40K? Is the game just boiled down to a scrum in the center of the table? Is that how it works?
Scrum.
Because for perspective, when I last was paying attention to 40K, it was definitely oh, you went first, cool, I'm gonna lose, and then they would just delete 30% of your army on their first turn, and then you'd never recover from from that initial loss.
Would you not recover from the scrum?
Well, there would be no scrum in that case because you were gunned down before the game really started.
Scrumless.
Yeah, it was actually scrumless actually.
All right. So we're sticking on Age of Sigmar. Talk about the Bone Reapers release.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to just go ahead and say I hate them.
You do? I thought you were a big Ossiarch Bone Reapers fan.
No.
I'm very surprised by this. You didn't enjoy your Bone Tithe?
No, I don't. I actually think the Bone Reapers are over designed, extremely complicated for no good reason. They don't earn their austerity.
Oh, see, now that's how I've always kind of felt about them. I've never really been a big fan of them. I always thought that you liked them, but
I liked the four-armed golem dudes. I think I like those. I still like those guys.
Yeah.
I like those guys a lot, and I like the gargoyle men, with they're flying troopers. You know,
with the bone wings.
Yeah, the bone wing guys. And I like them. I like the Mortarch mounts. Basically like the stuff that came out in the end times I like, and then I like the forearm guys because they are pretty much just an extension of the guys that came out in the end times.
Okay.
I do not like their troops. I think their troops are too big, they're too bulky, they're just too much. They're just too much. I think it's an army where it feels like the designer couldn't decide if they wanted to make a contraption or like a simulacrum army or an undead army, and they just decided to put both together, and it doesn't really work. I like the chariots are the perfect example of this. Like what the fuck, dude? Like, there's so much shit going on that fucking model.
I mean, there is a ton going on those models. But I also think that this is like a prime example of that He-Man design where it's like, fuck, if I saw a cartoon starring these, though, I'd be so stoked.
Also true. Again, also true. They are very He-Man. Like, absolutely, you're not wrong.
I swear to Christ, Games Workshop, I'm a writer. I write stuff. Just let me write your cartoons for Age of Sigmar. We'll put them on Amazon. There'll be these amazing, crazy cartoons. They'll be family friendly. You'll love them. The kids will love them. You'll make a ton of money off of them in sales. Let's just do it. Come on, Games Workshop. Let me at it.
It's actually really funny that you mentioned that because a Warhammer Age of Sigmar episode for Prime Video is nearly complete.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, so it's happening. So and it's not necessarily just a raw design. Like, for example, like the Liege Mortek, that model, I think that guy looks like a fucking dope as shit skeleton boss, right? Like,
yeah,
if you have that guy and then the rest of the army is pretty much regular looking skeletons, I think that works really well.
Yeah.
The problem is that every one of the skeletons looks like that.
Yeah.
So they're all just like kind of too much. So like if you just pulled it back a little and you made that like only the special skeleton guys get to look like that, I think you'd have a really compelling look to your army.
Yeah. I think I would call it the show would just be called Age of Sigmar.
Oh yeah.
Or it would be no, not Age of Sigmar. What did I call it? It was something. But then I said underneath it would be Age of Sigmar, maybe it would just be called Heroes of Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
Nice.
And that way, it's just like you could have the theme song that works like He-Man, because that's what caught kids into He-Man was the fact that the fucking theme song just went He-Man.
Oh yeah, we could totally rip off the middle. We can go straight to the middle and rip off both the Conan the Adventurer song and the He-Man theme, and you just open it with Sigmar.
Exactly.
Dun, dun.
Sigmar.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like,
welcome to the mortal welcome to the mortal realms.
Yes.
You know.
Welcome to the realms. 8 realms shattered by chaos in the last cataclysm. Only one man could stand against such raw evil. Sigmar! And then you have, buff ass Sigmar.
No, Sigmar and the forces of order.
Yeah, there you go.
And I guarantee you, everyone listening to this right now as we're describing it has tingles in the back of their neck going, fuck yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. And it's like, Sigmar calls upon the mightiest heroes of the forces of order. The Stormcast Eternals, the Fire Slayers, in the realm, and the
myriad cities of Sigmar,
and the heroes of the cities of Sigmar, and it's basically like you have a Stormcast Eternal who's like a big buff, like it could be a female, then you have like a Fire Slayer who's of course your goon.
You can always use what's her name from the the fucking the one who's already the one who they've already been pumping, the chick.
Yeah.
I can't remember what his name is.
Yeah, but then you have the Fire Slayer. He's the silly guy who likes to eat. You know?
Yes.
He doesn't drink beer. He just likes to eat chicken legs or something like that. Oh, it's like, oh no, it wouldn't be chicken legs. It would be what's something? It would be like you gotta.
No, they could call it. You know what? They could just call it Bugman's as long as they don't call it beer. They could just keep calling it Bugman's. Like pass me more of that Bugman's. And
I guess you could. Yeah, that would work.
Because then you can have the edginess where it's like, is it beer? Well, I don't know. We're not saying.
I
like it.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's some freshly roasted grok leg. And he's like, he's got to eat. He's constantly like salivating for some grok leg, you know?
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah. And then of course, you'll have the realm, the Lumineth mage. And he's always the one who's like,
and his evil blight kings.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. And you always have you'll have the different enemies, like the force Archeon and the forces of chaos.
Yeah, no, you can change the villain for each season.
Yeah, well, no, I mean you don't even have to. It's like Sigma fights against Archeon and the forces of chaos, and then it's you have but also he could fight against the orcs or
there's so many bad guys that I wouldn't want to just leave it at one.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But in the cartoon theme song, you say the Archeon
forces of chaos and destruction.
Yeah, Archeon and the forces of chaos. But you also have him. He's able to play against Nagash and the orcs and everything else like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like overall.
I mean, you could have the first episode. So the first episode to introduce Nagash, you got to do the team up. Because it's Nagash helping versus Archeon. So then it sets a precedent that Nagash is maybe not necessarily a bad guy, and then later, bam, bad guy.
There you go. It works perfectly all around. And then you have to have a normal human hero. So I'm thinking you'd have just like a dude from the city of Sigmar, like a young
just throw Callus and Toll in there.
What's that?
Just fucking throw Callus and Toll in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, but I was gonna say you could have you have to have a young boy thief, maybe like a young man who's he's the one who has to help steal something or has to help on this adventure, and he's kind of the fish out of water. That's your child surrogate for the adventure.
Okay. Oh, you could just make him an actual 80s child who Sigmar plucked to help.
Oh, we're gonna go old school Captain N in the Game Master.
Well, I mean, that's Sigmar's gimmick, is pulling people from different worlds and realities to to save them and then make them into Stormcast. So could very easily just make that the 80s kid. You're like, oh, I grabbed him by mistake and I can't send him back.
I'm sorry, young Jonathan. I can't send you back right now.
Yes, exactly. The forces of chaos have disrupted things. See?
God. Man, see? Fuck. He could be like a young boy from the 80s, Nottingham, England.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Just coming out of a high street store. Bam! Teleported.
Exactly. All right. Man, I could talk about that all day. So they got let's talk about the new Custodes release. They've re-sculpted the Custodes to like a newer style. They're skinnier, taller, kind of like what they did with the Stormcast, in all honesty. But what they did with the Space Marines for Horus Heresy. So at this point, the Horus Heresy has a completely different design look from regular 40K. 40K is a little more cartoony, bulky, while Horus Heresy is going for more of a realistic design or true scale style design for its figures, which I like. I think it's good. Yeah.
No, it looks nice.
Once again, I think this is kind of the Games Workshop way of preventing crossover for their sales, which is bizarre to me, but whatever. As a way of tracking, what's selling and what's not.
Yeah. No, I mean they had someone there has got a vision. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but they got one.
I think the one thing to note though is that they did release female heads for the Custodes, which is causing all of the chuds to lose their minds.
Isn't it long established that there's fucking lady Custodes? Isn't that
not long established? Just it's only been a year or two.
Okay. Well,
so I mean, yeah.
So look, man, ladies can get shot for the Emperor. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a low stakes scenario. It's so weird to me.
It's all made up. Nothing matters. There's orcs in this game. It's
That's true. Are you aware that there are space dwarves?
they're space dwarves. Come on, people. Like if this is the most unrealistic thing on the planet. Why do you care if they have stuff that's all made up in there? They could say Space Marines have 3 testicles and you guys would approve. You guys would stand up and clap.
Well, yeah, but that's because that's more balls.
More balls.
Yeah. If they now if they said they had less balls, then they'll be like, this is woke nonsense.
This is woke nonsense. God, I remember. I wish I was back in an age where we didn't have the word woke.
Yeah, it'd be nice, but the cat's out of the bag, so to speak. So
I shouldn't say that because woke is actually a good thing. But I mean, that.
Oh, you mean a world where woke is still referencing what it originally meant?
Yes. That.
Okay. Yeah, very good. I think we actually skipped the widespread understanding of what woke actually meant and just immediately went to the current usage.
Well, because we use woke as almost derogatory in terms of making fun of the chuds who use woke.
Right. We're using it as a pejorative of those who use it as a pejorative.
Yes. So it becomes
Yes, it's a feedback loop, but like it was a very specific, like most words that are co-opted by people, it was a very specific subset of things that was, and I guess for anyone who doesn't know this, which I mean, I guess there in theory could be, and I don't know if it's a uniquely American thing, but woke traditionally, and by traditional I mean literally, originally meant a very specific circumstance, which was someone who, generally a white person, like 99% of the time, who understood what the actual situation for Black people in America was. That's what it was. It was nothing else. It had nothing to do with trans people. It had nothing to do with LGBTQ. It had nothing to do with anything. It was very specifically like, so you would say like, I don't fucking know, like, I have no idea. I don't have a good, you could say that John Brown was woke.
Yes.
Like that was a very specific thing. So like, that's what woke means. John Brown, the abolitionist, is woke. And if you don't know who John Brown is, he's a dude who killed a bunch of Southerners because they were slavers and he didn't give a fuck. And it basically
killed them with a broadsword.
And basically was like, if you were a slaver, you should die. That was his thing. So, and he basically fucking the most put his money where his mouth is guy kind of ever. So, yeah. So like there's that. But yeah, so that's woke. It's a very specific subset of person, and that's all it was. And it was like, like Stephen King was woke. Like that was something that was like, I remember reading that a while ago. Like some dude was like, I think Stephen King is woke. And I was like,
did you ever watch that Ethan Hawke TV show about John Brown?
No, I didn't. Is it good?
I'd never watched it, but I caught clips of it on YouTube, like those reels, and I'm always like, God, I should watch that fucking show. It looks great.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan Hawke looks crazy, so he looks sufficiently like he should, I think.
Yeah. All right.
It's called like the Good Lord or something.
Yeah, the Good Man Bird, something like that. Next up, we got Eldar Corsairs are coming out. It's interesting that they're having Corsairs come out because I know people desperately want Exodites, but they are refusing to release those. So they're releasing a new sculpt of Prince Ariel. I remember him from back in the day. That model sucked. But the new one looks pretty good. And they're doing some like sky reavers.
They're reaving through the sky.
Yeah, they got an old school. What's it called? What's the Eldar magicians called? What are they called?
Psychers? Eldar.
Yeah, like the Eldar Psyker, but he's got the old school helmet that's got the bug eyes.
Fuck. Farseer.
Farseer, thank you.
Yes.
And then they got a new sculpt of a Viper that's coming back. So they resculpted the Viper, and it's going to have a dual kit with a Viper and Starfang.
Hey, nice.
God, I love the old Viper kit. I had an old Viper kit from back in the 90s. God, that was one of my favorite kits of all time.
Yeah, I got that. I got that in when it was still second edition before I even played a game.
Yeah, me too. I loved the Eldar design from second edition.
Oh yeah, I had that codex. I guess I never played a game of it, but I had that codex, and I poured through that book, man. I looked at fucking every model, all the colors. I was like, these are the fucking coolest.
Yeah, I mean, the entire Raider, I like that the Raiders release is very, very small, and it's contained. Like that would be a cool little army to kind of just put together and paint.
Just some Reavers, some Raiders.
Yeah, like you get like 2 or 3 units. You get your Prince Uriel. You get like 1 or 2 vehicles. Like that would be kind of nice, like a little battle force like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, I hate the colors that they did for him though, but whatever. That's
Whatever, man. You just paint them red. Sam Hain.
well, they're yeah, I guess.
You just paint them all red. Sam Hain, done.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love that. That was. I wanted to do the 2 armies I wanted when I was a kid were the Sam Hain and I wanted the Aspect Warrior army.
No, I was a Biel-Tan fan. I like the green.
Isn't Biel-Tan the Aspect Warriors?
Yeah, with the but I like the green with the thorn design on the.
Yeah, well, I needed to. I would have needed to do that because my my tanks had to be that color. Because even though I was, I wanted to do the all Aspect Warriors army, I still needed to have the green tanks because how else was I going to get my Howling Banshees into the fight?
Oh, that's true. Howling Banshees.
Yep, you got to have the Howling Banshees.
All right, and then they also have the Red Corsairs release, which is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, the Red Corsairs look fucking awesome. They look so sick.
Yeah, the actual Red Corsair Raiders models, which they've sculpted, or which are new sculpts, look fantastic.
Yeah, they look great.
I love everything about them in terms of like they're not too chaosy. There's not a shit ton of mutations and everything on there, which is what it kind of keeps me away from chaos. Like I don't like the too ornate armor on the Chaos Marines.
Yeah. No, the Red Corsairs are the best of all worlds because you get the mixed armor. So like some of them have that like
Mark III, some of them have Mark IV.
Yeah, some of them have the filigree, some of them do not. And then they have I don't know what the fuck he is, but there's like a cool dinosaur man with a dog.
Yeah, the dinosaur man with the dog. He's actually, if you go back to, do you remember? Oh God, what book was it in? But there was a book that had like a picture of Xenos, and it was like the first appearance of the Kroot. I think it was even before like the Tyranids had a codex in like 3rd edition.
Oh yeah, I remember that picture. It was the generic Xenos. That was the one that had the Skaven that they never did.
Yeah, it had the Hrud, but the guy who's the dog man, the alligator dude, he's in there.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what it's like like a dog man or something like that.
He is a Tyrellian bounty hunter known only as the Enforcer.
I think that's what they're called. Oh yeah, the Tyrellian bounty hunter. Like I think in that picture he's like a Tyrellian dog man, I think is what it's called. Because I think that's why they put doggedly hunts down those cowards.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So
I'm
now
sorry, that's a lady.
It's a lady.
It's a lady. It says few care to learn or pronounce her true name.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, I misgendered.
Nice.
Her. Yes.
now she's in my strike zone.
Now I'm at that woke bullshit. No, I think the only one that they haven't released now is the Hrud from that picture, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they look cool. I love the fucking apothecary. He looks positively disgusting. They're very solid.
The one that I like the most is that Captain Sargata, the female on there.
Oh yeah, on the little hover platform.
That's the most Necromunda model Games Workshop has ever released for 40K.
Absolutely, yeah.
When you're looking at it, you're like, I love every fucking thing about this model. I love her peg leg. I love her uniform. I love the expression on her face. I love that she has like a little platform she flies around on it. I love that the platform has like a wooden banister on it. It's like, yes, I love everything about this model, every little detail.
They look so sick. And if I remember correctly, the Red Corsairs are just like they're chaos, but kind of like, yeah, I mean, I guess they're chaos. Like, isn't that their deal? Like, they're just like pirates. Like, they just
they're essentially rebelling Space Marines, right? Yeah. That are more chaosy. The biggest problem is that I hate it when Games Workshop gives into that kind of gray zone pressure where it's like, well, can't we have a thing that's like not Imperium, that's against both the Imperium and chaos? Like, no, you got to pick a side, dude.
They're just pirates. Like,
I know, but
against everybody.
I know, but I hate the idea that it's like, well, they're the neutral gray. I see it so much with.
I don't think they're neutral gray. I think they're definitely clearly villains. Just like they're not the generic chaos, but like they're more novel than just like, oh yeah, it's just generic chaos guys. It's like no, they're a bit more novel than that.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like well, Ahsoka Tano in Star Wars is not a Jedi, but she's also
Yeah.
not a Sith. She's
Yeah,
like a
no,
gray Jedi. It's like, well,
I'm
fuck
not.
you.
I'm not talking about fucking
Yeah.
gray force shit. That's stupid.
You know, no, it's people who are like that, who think it's cool that this person straddles the line between good and evil. Like, no, fuck you. Pick good or evil.
Yeah, you're always gonna fall into one. Sorry.
Like, that's the fucking problem with society today. It's like we have these too many people who are fence sitters saying like, well, I don't agree with his taking Greenland policy, but I do agree with his taking minorities policy. It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, that's still evil. So I mean, they pick a side. Yeah, I love the Terminators. I really like their guardsmen. I think the guardsmen are dope as fuck.
Well, the guardsmen are just an upgrade sprue, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they look great.
Yeah, I think they do. I like I don't like the upgrade stuff for the Space Marines. I think it's just kind of too like, eek. It looks so like 3rd edition. I'm kind of like, but you know, whatever. It'll be fine. I just think if you put Red Corsair Raiders in anyway, they look like generic Space Marines enough. Just use those.
Yeah,
And
I don't think I would bother with the with this. Like I like their upgrade spews. I like their upgrade sprues for the Terminators. Those I would use.
Yeah.
I would use the sprues for their guardsmen, of course. But for the regular Marines, I don't think anything in there is compelling enough to not just use regular Marines.
Well, I mean, you get the shoulder pads with the detail on it, Steve. The detail.
I guess, but you can also just use regular Marines.
Yeah.
Right? Like I just
You don't need to do anything. Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. Like maybe actually, you know, they might with the oh, I guess it is just shoulder pads. I guess I'd still probably use them. Shoulder pad. I'd probably cheat because shoulder pads are cheapo. I think maybe I'd probably use them on regular Marine bodies more than Chaos Marine bodies, though.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like if you put those on just like normal, like you could grab the Mark, 4 marks, the upgraded Mark 3s or the Mark 6s. It would look really great on those.
Yeah, just slap them on your TAC Marines and call it a day. And then I would of course not use the stupid helmet, the heads with no helmets, and I would also not use the gubbins.
You and your gubbins.
I don't like gubbins, man. I don't understand why anyone would want to just throw extra random bullshit on their model to paint. I don't get it.
I'm a huge bear head fan, but I don't like 40K bear heads. The way that they sculpt them nowadays, it's not my jam.
Yeah, no, I can't.
However,
I like the Terminator head a lot. The one that's got the gas mask on it, he looks cool. But
I love all of the character bear heads. Like you give me Huron Blackheart, I love that I love that bear head with his big old like alpha jaw.
Oh yeah.
His Chad chin.
Yes, the Chad chin.
He
really is doing the fucking Chad look too, which is really funny.
Yeah. it's the Chad Huron Blackheart versus the Soy Jack Abaddon.
Yes. It's too late. I've already illustrated myself as the Chad Huron Blackheart and you as the Soy Abaddon.
Soy Jack.
Yeah.
Soy boy. I love all of like the characters that have those bear heads I love.
Mm-hmm.
The Huron and the Apothecary. And then finally, they're teasing that they're releasing a demon Perturabo, that it's gonna be for the Iron Warriors.
Yes.
So all of those autistic fans of the Iron Warriors can finally have their Primarch.
Iron within, iron without.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
to be fair, it is a pretty dope book.
It is a pretty dope book. But aside from that, that's the big preview. As I felt, it's like a bunch of junk. I didn't feel like there was anything.
It's just stuff.
Yeah, there's nothing game changing, nothing game breaking. We're at that point right now where we have to wait for the new edition of 40K to be announced in March at Adepticon. So that's all we're waiting for right now.
When are they gonna? I want to know when they're going to drop the Tomb Kings boxes where I don't have to get the extra mounted characters and just the characters on foot for the Tomb Kings.
Nope, not going to happen.
I know. It's just it's so funny because like I don't know if I said that, but when I saw those boxes, I was like, man, I really wish I didn't have to buy the cavalry version. It's so like releasing Tomb Kings characters on cavalry is super fucking weird because like Tomb Kings characters universally are either on foot or on a chariot.
Yeah.
And then if they're not on a chariot, they're on a monstrous mount, which again also is not a horse. Like the amount of times you ever put like a Tomb King character on an actual horse is fucking no. I have no idea. Like I don't think I've ever actually seen it.
I mean, yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I actually just I for the first time I ordered some made to order models from Games Workshop. They
Some of the
they did
chaos ones?
What's that?
The new ones that they have right now, they have chaos ones up right now.
Yeah, the chaos ones. I wanted to order the wizards because I wanted a metal version of the Paul Sawyer wizard, the fat bloke wizard.
Yes.
Yeah, I ordered that set because I was like, I like all of those models, and I've never actually owned any of them. So I'm working on a Chaos Army right now, so I might as well just order them.
They are really sick. They're some very, very, very dope models.
Yeah, I forgot to post the pictures of my chariot and my cavalry unit that I finished up for on the Discord.
Yes.
So anyway, you had some stuff that you wanted to talk about?
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying there's one of the things was that the Age of Sigmar episode is coming to Prime.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I was big on the Godzilla TCG is cooking, moving along. Game kind of came out of nowhere, and people are just like, "Oh yeah, Godzilla, I want that."
People love Godzilla.
They really do. Like, I mean, I didn't think I'm pretty well versed in card games, and I was not anticipating people to actually care about the Godzilla card game, but people really care about the Godzilla card game.
You know, it's one of those fandoms that I think people consistently underrate in terms of like its fan base. Like the Godzilla Kaiju fan base is huge.
Yeah, no, maybe I was caught underestimating them because they're going crazy. I mean, I get it too because I didn't think that the chase cards would have appeal, but I was wrong because what they did for the Godzilla card game is they did poster variants for one of the chase cards.
Yeah.
And so they look like the classic posters from whatever. So like they have like the Showa era poster where it like looks like the old ass fucking Godzilla poster, and then they have I think they have some sort of signatures. I think they have suit actor signature cards as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you can be like, yeah, this Gigan is signed by the dude who played Gigan.
You know what though, and the people like, to me, I'm like, I have no idea who that is. Why would anybody want that autograph? But it's like the people who are really into Godzilla know all of that shit, and there's far more of them than you think.
It's just like, yeah, this is Tim Robbins. He played a Bolian once on an episode of DS9. Oh, cool! I have his autograph. It's like that.
I would love it if Tim Robinson actually did play a character on like a Star Trek show. Oh, I'm tired of being here.
I don't want to be here anymore.
I don't want to be here anymore.
You mean like alive? Yeah.
Yeah.
Got all this fucking shit on me.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, fucking shit on me.
Yeah, you got all that fucking shit on me.
Did you watch The Chair Company?
I saw the first episode. It was okay. I did not finish it though.
It's not. I don't think it's as groundbreaking as a lot of people think, because I think it's just his sketches more in a long form with a narrative.
That's what I heard. It was just a really, really long sketch.
But it's more like, okay, we have this overarching narrative, but I'm filling it in with weird characters that I would normally just create like a 2-minute sketch about.
Okay.
So it's like a series of sketches with an interconnecting story.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like he'll have like something stupid, and he just buys a dog for no reason, and then like wife gets mad at him, which is like it. But it's like a 2 to 3 minute sketch that you're just like, I can't believe like this is in a sitcom-y episode of something or other.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, but it's funny. It holds up. I love it.
Nice. I'll give it a shot.
I don't think it's as rewatchable as I Think You Should Leave, because I think You Should Leave just has such great sketches that I watch it over and over and over again.
Yeah, no, it's quite good. Then we've got there's a new Secret Lair coming for Magic, but it's based on the Fallout TV show.
Ooh.
So we've got that going, which is nice. And then there's some New Vegas cards as well they got in there, which everyone loves because people do in fact love New Vegas.
Yeah, and I saw that people are upset about the New Vegas, how everyone's shown, like all the factions are shown on the new show.
Yeah, no one you should care about is upset about that. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I like the show. I like that everybody's kind of an idiot. I think that's like really kind of refreshing in a show.
So okay. this is the thing that like just bugs the crap out of me. Is like there's some like I'm gonna go ahead and be like be the like I knew this first thing. Is like I find most people who complain about Fallout lore, very specifically like the show complainers, none of them know a fucking thing about Fallout. Like
No.
at all. Like they don't know anything. They don't know anything about Fallout 1. They don't know anything about Fallout 2. They've played Fallout New Vegas because they heard everyone saying New Vegas is the best one. They've never touched another Fallout game, and they hate on Fallout 4 because they're like, it's just bad. Their opinions are not their own. They're just regurgitating opinions that other people have given to them. Fallout, every single person in Fallout, there is an underlying stupidity to Fallout. Like,
Yeah.
that is an actual thing that's baked into the fucking game since the first game. Like, there is this like there's a basic underlying goofiness, and then there's also like it can go to like a ridiculous level because like if you play Fallout 1 and then you play Fallout 2 goes really extreme, which
Yeah.
I didn't care for. I prefer when it's at least a little I prefer when it's very like very satirical and funny, not necessarily as like Space Cadet as some of the stuff they do in Fallout 2. Because in Fallout 2 they introduced like the Death Claw, which is the giant horrible lizard monster.
Yeah.
Fallout 2 introduced talking Death Claws. Like they're in that one, and so it's a little goofier. But like there's always been goofy shit in Fallout. Like it's never been.
Well, that's always what I thought about with Fallout. Is I always thought it was like a goofy as shit kind of.
Yes.
Like I always thought that there was it's not stupidity, but there's a level of like
sarcasm
and satire. You know, it's like
yes. That's
like you're playing as these people. It's kind of like a oh god, what's the fucking game? Portal, where
yes.
you're it's an absurdity to the world.
Portal's a really good example because that Portal would be like that GLaDOS would be a perfect Vault-Tec AI.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing too. It's like I think it's part of the reason why. So it to me, Fallout is kind of about absurdity. Like it's an absurd world. No, that world would not exist because cooler heads would generally prevail and nobody would stick people in vaults like that for the future. However, we are currently living in a world, Steve, where billionaires are building vaults. And we're on the brink of World War III because we have basically a cartoon character in charge of our country.
Yes.
So it's like people not understanding the absurdity and satire of Fallout is completely understandable.
Yes, that I said before, you can't do satire in America, and maybe not anywhere, but definitely not in America because people just do not ever understand satire. And I was talking to someone about this earlier too. Chuck Palahniuk, the dude who made Fight Club.
Yeah.
Like Fight Club, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, Fight Club is in fact a satirical piece. Believe it or not, it's not serious. It's supposed to be satire. And Chuck Palahniuk found this out the hard way when people kept going up to him and book things like, your book changed my life. I live all of my life through as Tyler Durden. I started my own Fight Club, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Like he very, very rapidly realized, oh, fuck. I've made a slight miscalculation. Yeah, he thought that people were just he thought his readers and his readership were getting it. They were not, in fact, getting it.
They were not, in fact, getting it.
Yes, they were in fact going the opposite route. But anyway, so they're doing a set of Fallout cards for Magic, which are based off the TV show, and then also some more New Vegas ones, which are pretty cool. I like seeing the Ghoul as a card, which is really neat. Maximus as a card, which is cool, and then of course Lucy McLean. No
Kyle MacLachlan?
Yeah, no Kyle MacLachlan, no Coop.
God damn it.
Which is very upsetting. I want Coop. But yeah, no, so that's cool. I was very, very excited to see those cards. I don't think I'll get them, but very cool to see.
I'm also very excited that Kyle MacLachlan has more to do on this season of Fallout because goddamn, I love watching him work.
Yes, I do like watching myself some Kyle MacLachlan as well.
Well, I like him doing it because he's doing Kyle MacLachlan, but he's also doing almost a David Lynchy Kyle MacLachlan.
Mm-hmm.
Like as opposed to like straight acting, it's kind of like he's acting in a bubble, which I love seeing actors do.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like he's making very odd choices, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I like it. I'm a big fan. I've been enjoying the. I think the season is like I liked the first season, and this season smokes the first season in terms of like everything's better. The acting's better. The writing's better. Everything's tighter. much bigger fan.
I was watching Pluribus. You watch Pluribus?
I have not watched it, but I've heard nothing but positive things about it.
You know, I'm not a huge fan of the Vince Gilligan style of like just constantly hitting you over the head with this level of just despair. And like normally in a TV show, a person would get over their despair after like an episode or two and kind of play in the world. But this one, he really enjoys just pushing that limits of despair for a character. And it's just it's kind of it really wears on you. He's not a binge watch guy. I can't binge watch any of his shows.
Okay.
So I can only take it very, very slowly. But I'm 4 episodes in. I'm hoping I'm going to get through it. There's the new Night of the Seven Kingdoms just came out yesterday and I got to watch it. So that's my TV slate has been full.
Gotcha. No, I watched Alien. I'm almost done with Alien Earth.
Oh yeah. You're almost to the point where you're like, what the fuck?
I don't think I'm there yet.
I think everyone I know or I shouldn't say know who watched it, but everything I've read online, it's like people kind of like at the end of it were like, I'm done.
Okay. Well, I'll let you know. Cause
let me know.
At the moment it's fine, I guess. I don't know. Like I'm not as high on it as a lot of people were. Like a lot of people really, really liked it. Like
you were inhaling the Alien Earth.
Oh, I mean, yeah, a lot of people are into it, man. A lot of people are really fucking into it. I don't dislike it. I don't know what the fuck it's about though. That's for sure. I don't really know like what the fuck the story is. Like it's all over the place, man. So I will like there's like a transhumanist element. There's like the anti-corporate element. There's like these fucking. I will say one of the things that the show is about that's really great that I was not expecting is a bunch of fucking goofy ass parasites. There's because it's not just about the alien because like so the you learn this in like 2 seconds watching the show, but they intercept a ship that Wayland Yutani had a whole bunch of biological assets on. The alien, the xenomorph, was just one of the biological assets on the ship. And there's a bunch of other weird ass fucking dangerous parasite aliens who are also on the ship. And like, I have found those to be more interesting than the alien.
Yeah. I mean, it's Noah Hawley, right? He's the one who's doing that one.
It is, let's see. Noah Hawley. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He's the guy who did, Legion, the weird X-Men show that was on FX, if you ever saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good, but also very what the fuck. Like his shows have always been very what the fuck. So I think a lot of the complaints about it are from people who are like they're like Aliens fans. It's like
okay.
Aliens fans are like what's it called? Fucking they're like Godzilla fans. There's a massive amount of Alien fans, like people who legit love everything about it and they will follow it nonstop. So they watch Alien Earth and they're thinking it's going to be like a Ridley Scott Alien or, you know, a James Cameron Alien, but it's not. It's a Noah Hawley Alien. And Noah Hawley is one of those guys that they would get to direct the Alien 5 movie after Alien 4 was directed by the guy who did Amelie, you know, like people tend to forget that Alien is one of those weird properties that's been directed by multiple very, very famous people. Yeah. Like people have come around on Alien 3 because of David Fincher, speaking of Fight Club, but it's, you know, but the fourth one was done by a very weird French director. And, you know, that's usually Alien has a distinct voice up until very recently. So Alien Earth is part of that very distinct voice.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm liking it so far. I'd like to see the end. The thing that I do find it interesting is that it really seems like a show that reminds me a lot more of like the old Dark Horse comics, like when they would do, because there were Dark Horse comics in the Alien universe that like, there was like no aliens in the comic. It was just literally, it was like about something else just in the, because I think that the alien sci-fi universe is pretty rich and has a lot of cool like stuff to do in it. Like I mean, I'm such a fucking dork. I would absolutely love watching like a short series drama that's just like a corporate proxy war. Like,
I mean,
it's literally just like corpo mercs fighting each other. Like, I would watch that.
yeah, I don't know. I would have to see how it's done. Because that actually could sound very boring to me, but
Oh, it could be, but I mean, like, I would want to, obviously, I'd want a well-written version.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, theme-wise, like, like, the world is interesting enough that I think they could produce some cool content that has nothing to do with the alien.
well, it's like what I'm thinking, like with if I'm doing a like a not a Blade Runner, but like a cyberpunk TV show, right?
Yeah.
Like people don't realize that a cyberpunk TV show would not look like Blade Runner. A cyberpunk, like legit cyberpunk. We are living in a cyberpunk world.
Right.
It's just that our
It's a really
cyberpunk
lame
world is
one,
very
but
boring.
It's a really lame one, but it's no doubt it is.
Yeah, it's like Mr. Robot is about as close to an actual cyberpunk TV show as we'll ever get. But it's also like people don't like it because it's not like people walking around in trench coats, and with flying cars. It's like, no, we live in a cyberpunk world. We have electric cars, we have screens everywhere. We're interconnected through the computer. People are wearing haptics and shit like that.
We have targeted ads.
It's just that our cyberpunk universe really sucks.
Yeah, it's really lame. It's not cool. That's the difference. The aesthetics is not there.
That's the thing. Is like that's what you're talking about. The Alien Earth thing. It's got to have the aesthetics in order to be good.
Yes, it does. And it definitely has the. I will say this: it has the aesthetics. They did an extreme my compliments for it are very high. Like, it looks right, it sounds right, the BGM is definitely right. Like, they did really. I know that they used some of the original soundtracking for it, but they've also done their own score, because the Alien is one of the few scores that I used to listen to all the time. I listen to Alien and Aliens, and they've done a bunch of their own.
Bum, 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 bum.
Dun 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 dun. the stinger song, the APC. Yeah, no,
that's the Predator song.
Well, so there's a beat during the stinger theme when the stinger's driving through the colony.
Yeah,
there is a bit of drums that sound like the Predator song.
Well, there you go. I do love Aliens. Aliens, I think, holds up. I rewatched Alien. Alien is pretty good, but it's also super boring.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is.
To me, Alien is a very well-directed, art-designed Roger Corman movie.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like, if you took a Roger Corman movie and you gave it a really good director and a really good effects person,
and a budget,
the budget goes towards the effects, and
yes.
Yeah, there's nothing that fucking happens in that movie.
It is very slow, that's for sure.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, plot wise, it's a Roger Corman movie.
Yeah,
and I think Roger Corman was probably like, "Why didn't I think of this for myself?" And then he was like, "All of my movies are now just going to be ripoffs of this design."
R.I.P. Roger Corman.
Yeah, God bless him. God bless him. What I always liked about Roger Corman is how he had no respect for anyone who worked with him more than like twice.
Yeah.
Why aren't you better? Why aren't you doing something better than working with me?
Oh man. He's the GOAT. I mean, yeah, so in case anyone who doesn't know who Roger Corman is, he was like the king of schlock cinema.
I wouldn't say schlock cinema. No, he was more of like the king of B movies.
Yeah, it's schlock.
But it's not schlock. Like, schlock's specific to me. But because I think his movies were actually pretty good. It's just that what made him interesting in the long term and in the history of cinema was the fact that he made these movies on such a low budget. And I think seeing the low budget makes it fun.
He made The Wasp Woman.
He made Piranha in Piranha 2. Piranha. And Piranha 2, The Spawning, two of my favorites. Battle Beyond the Stars, I loved. His sci-fi movies were very hit and miss. Like, probably like 50% of them were good or fun watching. Or no, that's being generous. I'd probably say like 30% were fun to watch, and then like the other 60% were just god awful. But there was a level of I don't care, but it's also a level of I do care. Like, I know even though these movies are shit, I still care about putting out a decent product. So there's that level. Like schlock to me is like they don't care.
Okay, you're saying there's a level of care that is or not taken, right?
Yeah, there's a level in schlock where it's like, no, I'm going to do this outrageous thing just to get attention for my movie, even though the movie's bad. Like, oh, we have to watch, this like Trauma is schlock. Like Trauma has a lot of, oh, we're just gonna watch, and I want to watch this even though it's like god awful.
Yeah, but then you get Romeo and Juliet, which is
occasionally Trauma has a gem in there. Yeah,
I've heard the new Toxic Avenger is really good.
It is. I saw it. It's great.
Nice. I want to watch that.
A lot of people did not like it, but I think it's a very, very fitting tribute to the schlock of Trauma without it being terribly directed like Trauma.
Got it. Okay.
I think that's the part of Trauma that always like really it makes it hard to watch Trauma is just like how badly directed Trauma movies are.
In many cases, yeah. But I mean, sometimes you just got to watch the Class of Nukem High.
Class of Nukem High 1, 2, and 3, Toxic Avenger 1, 2. 3 and 4 are not great.
No.
And like Sergeant Kabuki Man.
I love Sergeant Kabuki Man. And speaking of all this Corman, did you know that The Wasp Woman was remade in the 90s?
Yeah, it was made as a made-for-TV movie for Showtime.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so was Piranha.
Piranha, I knew. I didn't know The Wasp Woman was the Wasp Woman is very funny looking. It's like a giant wasp with titties.
Yes. So I mean, that was like what was great about Roger Corman was that I think it was the 90s, he was like Showtime came up to him and was like, we want you to make a bunch of, Showtime movies for us. And he's like, I'm just going to take my old scripts and remake them.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
That way I don't have to pay a new writer.
That's Corman, baby.
Exactly. That's Corman. Roger Corman. I mean, he died at like what? He was like 90, right?
Yeah, it was very recently, so he's definitely had to have been in his 90s.
Yeah, he was 98 when he died.
98, goddamn.
Yeah, and God bless him. He like whenever he would show up in a movie, you're like, oh, Roger Corman's in this movie.
That's right.
I mean, he did Silence of the Lambs has like a bunch of like old weird directors in there. It's like Silence of the Lambs is a fascinating movie to dissect. I mean, not even just for the acting and the plot. It's just a fantastic movie. It's like so interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
One of my favorite things about Silence of the Lambs is how it led to Red Dragon being released, right?
Yes, which is a remake of Manhunter.
The prequel. And Manhunter, it was already made as Manhunter, and then it was also made as part of the Hannibal TV show. So you could see the same scene done by 3 different groups of actors and watch it in comparison.
Yeah, who played the Hannibal in fucking Manhunter? It was
Brian Cox.
Yes, yeah, he was great.
So you have Brian Cox, Anthony
Hopkins,
and you have your boy in Hannibal, Mads Mikkelsen. Playing Hannibal Lecter, doing the exact same kind of dialogue, and you could see how 3 different people filmed. It's gorgeous. 3 good directors too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Brian Cox fucking slaps as Hannibal Lecter. He's really good.
Yeah. Oh, wait, he does. Absolutely. 100%. God, I'm looking at like stuff that Roger Corman produced. So stupid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just it's a mountain of goofball shit.
It's just a mountain of garbage.
Yep.
But you know what? I'd probably watch most of them if they were on. Like if this popped up and I'm like, oh, the Roger Corman movie.
If I saw Roger Corman Presents, I would probably watch it.
Exactly.
Because sometimes you want to watch Deathstalker,
Deathstalker. I have yet to see the new Deathstalker.
I have yet to see the new one as well, but the effects look great.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-da. Let's just get this Deathstalker theme song for our Age of Sigmar cartoon.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yes.
Let's buy the rights for Deathstalker and just retroactively make it Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, we could, but there's a lot more rape in Deathstalker than people remember. So not Deathstalker 2. Deathstalker 2, which is my favorite of the Deathstalkers.
Yeah, the remake. It's got it has a 75% audience.
Yeah.
But shockingly, this is the thing that makes me like, oh, okay, it might actually be pretty fucking good. It has an 86% critic.
You know, the problem
For a movie like Deathstalker, though, like that's a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, it's the problem with a movie like Deathstalker is it probably hasn't been reviewed by a lot of mainstream press and mostly been like indie people who are like, fuck yeah, it's Deathstalker and it has puppets in it.
Maybe you might be right.
Yeah, I can't take Rotten Tomatoes with critical scores anymore because anybody who's an online critic can get popped into that score, and I don't trust
really?
most people. It's like whenever a gamer tries to tell me about some sort of music, and I'm like, don't talk to me about music. You're a gamer. You have the worst taste in music I've ever heard.
I thought it has to be. I didn't realize that could just be any rando online critic can be.
Yeah.
So what's the fucking point? Why have the split anymore?
Well, that's exactly it. It's just because that the website has been around since before that happened.
Yeah. So I mean, if that's the point. Just literally can ignore the critic rating forever now. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's like I really love Deathstalker 2 because it's directed by Jim Wynorski, who is one of the best worst directors of all time. And it also has Monique Gabrielle, my 1980s girlfriend. So
hey, all right.
Yeah, I will watch anything with Monique Gabrielle. She's one of my favorites, including Evil Tunes. And
oh man, Evil Tunes. Now that is something I rented on VHS.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
And what's that movie where it's the
that's a David Carradine banger.
It is a David Carradine banger. I believe, oh god, what the fuck was she in that I just watched? Oh god damn it, I can't remember. But she was in a lot of the Emmanuel movies too. Speaking of late night Skinamax.
Yes.
Oh God! For our foreign listeners who don't know late night Skinamax, you missed out on something in the 90s. I think it's still around too. I think Cinemax still does that at night. I think it's still a thing. I haven't had Cinemax in years, so I really can't tell you.
I didn't even know if it was still around.
Yeah. So anyway, enough on that. You got anything else? Have you watched the new Star Trek, Starfleet Academy?
I have not. I will pirate it at some point.
Fucking woke bastards ruined Star Trek.
Yes, I'm sure that's what it is.
Oh,
I mean, as long as it's not a bunch of Starfleet officers yelling at each other, it'll probably be fine.
I mean, they talk about the power of math.
Oh.
I know that. I'm as you know, I love Red Letter Media, and they started doing a review series on Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and they released the first episode on the first day that Starfleet Academy came out, and it got more hits than Starfleet Academy on YouTube. So I thought you'd appreciate that. You should look it up because they do talk about like the first half of Deep Space Nine, kind of just talking about like what they liked about the episodes and stuff like that.
Nice.
And I know you're a big DS9 fan.
I do like myself some DS9.
I like DS9, but it's too it's the poor man's Babylon 5 in my opinion. So
I will eventually watch Babylon 5.
You gotta watch Babylon 5.
I want to watch Babylon 5. Where do I
Babylon
watch 5? Where do I watch Babylon 5?
I know. It's hard. It's hard to get through, but it's so good.
I believe it. I just damn man. Some of those.
It's just one of those things where it's like I want everyone to watch Babylon 5 because of how good it is, but I also know it's so hard to recommend because of how bad the effects are. I don't even think they're that bad.
Well, no, see, this thing, I'm not normally a super like big on effects guy, but like it's just like I was trying to watch what the fuck was it? I can't remember. There was something I was trying to watch not too long ago, but like it wasn't that the CG was like incomprehensibly bad. It just like it was so like it just took me like I couldn't experience any sort of like emotion during the scene because I'm like, this is not exciting. This is really bad CG.
Yeah.
like a space battle part. Like yeah, that's a spaceship, all right, I guess.
Well, all I can say about Babylon 5 is you take all of the political stuff out of Mass Effect. And that's what Babylon 5 is.
Yeah, no, I know I need to I know like a bunch of great writers worked on it and everything. Just I will watch it. I will watch it. I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
didn't you say something like they can't actually redo the effects because
No, they can't redo the effects. It's kind of the same reason they can't redo the effects on Deep Space Nine, or they can't upgrade Deep Space Nine to HD for the same exact reasons. It's like everything was done on film and everything's on the incorrect aspect ratio. All of the effects were done on video, so you can't really upgrade it. It's hard. Like all the original assets are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to watch it. I like the aliens. I like the dude with the fucking goofy ass like crest of hair.
I mean, it's like these, like, it's goofy, but those characters are some of the most dramatic, like beautifully written arcs ever for like a guy with a goofy hair.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm down. Hey, look, I mean I love Star Trek, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna poo-poo a goofy looking alien.
Yeah, but it's kind of like too. Like, I know you haven't watched Stargate SG-1, and you should watch Stargate SG-1.
I don't want to watch Stargate. Like, see, like I am like more fundamentally opposed to Stargate SG-1 than I am Babylon 5.
I know, but you'll appreciate this though. I mean, I know you walk. Generally, you don't use a treadmill, but Stargate SG-1 is the perfect treadmill TV show because of how it's paced.
That's kind of awesome.
So it's like, you're like, okay, I want to do 45 minutes on the treadmill. It gives you 3 perfect 15-minute segments for the treadmill.
Okay.
So it's like you could watch an episode. Like, if you want to do 45 minutes on a treadmill, it gives you the perfect 45 minutes for an episode. You just keep doing it every day, and then, in less than a year, you're done with the entire series.
Okay. So you're saying just watch an episode of Stargate while I walk?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, that if you do 45 minutes on a treadmill, watch an episode of Stargate while doing it, you're like, I love how this is paced. It's perfect.
Interesting.
I know that's weird to say, but it absolutely is. I did that for years. I only do 15 minutes on the treadmill because I go a little bit faster, but it's perfectly paced for it. And I highly recommend it.
All right.
And then once you finish up that, you could go to Stargate Atlantis.
Let me get through Babylon 5 first.
Babylon 5, not a good treadmill show.
I didn't think it would be.
No, Babylon 5 is kind of a show you want to sit down with, like, maybe not popping an edible, but a low THC edible, and maybe having like a soda and a snack and watching Babylon 5.
Okay.
You got to pay attention to it.
Yes. No, it seemed like it was a show that I had to like actually listen to what people are saying.
Yeah, 100%. And it's as I say, it's the greatest piece of sci-fi ever put onto television, and I will fight people over it.
I'll watch it. Is it on Amazon?
I think it's on Tubi right now.
On Tubi? I can actually watch it on Plimbo. It's on Plimbo right now.
On Plimbo?
It's on Plimbo right now.
I was like, that reminded me of like, well, it was the this has got my Glupshido's in this one.
Ooh, Glupshido, he's my favorite.
Yeah, but there was that just came up recently because there was a character that's been like, this character is going to be in Mandalorian and Grogu, and they're like, oh great, Blorbax is going to be in Grebo and Poops.
So is he the most Glupshido character possible?
I mean, I don't know who the character. I think the character is from Rebels.
Okay.
Or whatever. But it's like it's like, oh great, Glupshido's gonna be in Poo Poo and Zebos.
They do have all 5 seasons on Tubi.
Yeah. So it's, and trust me, like, Tubi's ads better than Amazon's.
I don't have ads on Amazon.
Oh no, you don't?
No.
I don't either, because I watch it on my computer, but I can't watch it on my TV because of how bad the ads are.
You mentioned that because I was so shook by the fact you said you saw ads on Amazon. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I've never seen ads on Amazon. And then we put together that it's because I've never actually watched it on a TV. I've only ever watched it on my computer. So I had no idea that ads on Amazon was even a thing.
Yeah. Well, no, that's exactly it. And that's the same thing with like YouTube. So like, I want to subscribe to Dropout TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to do it through YouTube, but apparently it's like you'll still see YouTube ads if you do it through YouTube. However, if you get it through their app, you don't see any ads.
Interesting.
Yeah, which is nice. But anywho, do we have any other actual gaming talk?
What was it? Was it this nerd shit? This is all entertainment stuff. I'm just looking at like my news. Oh, I do believe that Tabletop Gaming News. I believe the showrunner, so to speak, he's still good, but it seems that he has left the internet.
Well, good for him.
Yes, good for him, indeed.
I mean, eventually when I get the FBI showing up to my door saying like, you released this thing where you called the president a cartoon character, I'll probably quit the internet too. I nearly quit when I got dropped from Instagram, but whatever.
Yeah, did you ever figure out what happened with that, or is it just one of those things?
It's just one of those things. I think someone probably. My only thing I could think of is that I was getting reposting a lot of reels, and someone probably posted some reel that probably got flagged for something, and then I got flagged for it.
Yeah, I guess it's possible.
That's the only thing I could think of.
I don't, because the only reason I ask is because usually you get like a sternly worded thing of like why you got banned, even if it's generic.
Well, yeah, that's what it said. It said you posted something against community guidelines.
Yeah, but you didn't post it. You reposted it, right?
Yeah, I reposted it. So
yeah, so I don't know about that one.
Either that, or it could be because I never posted any miniatures that had any nudity on them.
Any butts?
No, I never did anything like that. But you never know. Because or maybe it was because I posted a bunch of minis that had blood on them. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, who fucking knows?
Who the fuck knows?
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I don't really care that much. I've been mostly posting my stuff to the Discord. So if you want to see my stuff, go to the Discord. I also do it on Reddit as well. Post a bunch of my figs. I like Reddit a little bit better than Instagram just because Reddit people will generally comment on them. And like Instagram, it's just mainly like likes, and I don't like, what is that? That doesn't do anything. I want people to like comment on my figures and tell me what they like about them or what they don't like about them, and then I'll tell them to fuck off.
Yeah, Instagram's annoying though too, because anything in that Facebook ecosystem always is super annoying, because like the Zuck does his absolute best to make sure that none of that gets off of their platform. That's why like you have to do special shit to embed Instagram in a Discord. You can't like just share and post. Like if you want to share and post something, it doesn't play in anything. You have to go to the things like, oh yeah, look at this thread. I was like, okay, well I can't just look at the thread. I have to go in onto the thread app and this and that. Yeah, it's so fucking annoying.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, I do hate it.
But anyway, yeah, I don't think we have any other gaming stuff to talk about, do we?
No, I think that's it, man.
I didn't really look at anything. I was
I mean, the war hamsters.
War hamsters.
Yeah. No, I think that's it. I mean, I talked about the new Godzilla set being good. I guess the only other thing is that the Lego Pokemon sets are coming out and their prices are very
oh my god, dude! I don't know if you know this, but there is a traveling show of Pokemon bones that they are putting on display, like dinosaur bones.
Okay.
Have you heard about this?
I have not heard about this.
It's like the Pokemon Museum. It's a thing that they did in Japan that was super popular. It's coming to the United States, and it's going to be at the Field Museum.
Okay.
Right. The Field Museum is a museum of natural history in Chicago.
I see, the Pokemon Fossil Museum.
Do you know how insane that's going to be?
Oh man.
Do you have any concept of how many how those tickets are going to be impossible to get?
Let's see. It is the Field Museum is coming in May 2026.
May of 2026 it's coming. Like, be prepared. Like, I feel like it's that guy who's looking at the tornado and goes, "Here it fucking comes." It is going to be the most insane thing you've ever seen, because not only do you have the little wiener kids, but you also have the big wiener adults going, like the big Pokemon adults.
Oh wow. Okay, so I'm looking at some pictures of it online, and oh wow,
it's really cool, right?
It's really cool. Like
that's like the Japanese did it, and not some American company that's just trying to suck money out of it. No, these Japanese cared about what they were doing.
Yeah, so if you should really look at the Pokemon Fossil Museum, because they set it up so that it looked I can't, like, the only way to describe, like, it looks like it's right out of the game, which is pretty great, because it's got there's in the Fossil Museum in the video game, like, there's a sequence that looks exactly like that. But the thing that's the coolest is that the way this is set up is they put the Pokemon fossils just into the same exhibits as real fossils. But when you look at it, like, it's like, I'm not gonna say it looks correct, because obviously it doesn't look like a real fossil. It looks, like a cartoon. But right next to real bones, it's very interesting. I will say that It looks
Yeah.
very interesting, right? Like there's a shot of one of the dinosaur Pokemon fossils right next to an actual dinosaur bone thing, and I'll be damned if it doesn't look pretty convincing. It's pretty cool. It's pretty
No,
cool.
I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I think that's neat.
Yeah, I just to me it's I know I'm going to have to go and do this, right?
Mhm.
I have a son, he loves Pokemon, he's going to want to go see this. I just don't want to go into that crowd.
Yeah, I could see that being
Yeah, that crowd, it's going to be miserable.
yeah, no, I sense it. I sense it.
Yeah, right? Like just like, oh God. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this as a civilization? I know it's cool, but why are we doing this?
I mean, it's neat. It's just as long as they don't have any promotional items that you can only get there, it'll be less insane.
You know what? That's true, but I mean, the people are going to want to. Well, there'll probably be promotional items in all honesty.
Well, it's so it depends on what it is. Like if there's a card, it's gonna be a fucking nightmare. It'll be just like when they did the Van Gogh Pikachu, where it was like a fucking disaster. I don't know if you remembered or followed that at all.
No, I didn't. I don't.
Okay, so the Van Gogh museum or exhibit, one of the fucking things. I don't actually know. I don't know fucking shit about Van Gogh other than he cut off his ear. There was a special collaboration with, I think it was the Louvre or wherever Van Gogh's exhibits were. It's like where they were showing Starry Night, a bunch of other Van Gogh shit, right?
Well, it was probably the Van Gogh Museum.
Okay, so it was probably the Van Gogh Museum then. I don't actually know.
I don't know either, but I'm assuming it's just the Van Gogh Museum.
Yeah. So there was a special limited edition Pikachu card that looks like Pikachu in the Van Gogh style, where he did the self portrait where he's in the hat.
Yeah.
And it's an adorable card. It's super cute. And it was going to be, just a regular promo, like that's what it was, just a promo card. The absolute degens. It is the Van Gogh Museum. Okay, yes, okay. It was 100% the Van Gogh Museum for the 50th anniversary, and they just rolled into this, and they took everything. They bought all of the Pikachu cards. They just it was a fucking nightmare. Like it was supposed to be like a fun little card for like actual children learning about art, which of course was immediately just grabbed by scalpers. The current low, like that's the thing. Like the one thing that's nice is that they did produce enough, but now it's like it doesn't matter because like they've forced the rarity on it. So the PSA graded ones, it's like it's $500 minimum.
Yeah, I mean, like that's just it. It's like there's people who ruin everything. Nothing can be fun anymore. Everything's got to be commodified and ruined. But you know what? It's not their fault. It's the fault of capitalism.
You could beat it by overproducing.
I mean, yeah, hypothetically, but
it always works. You can crumble any collectible market or any collectible item by just producing enough of it. It doesn't matter. That is a universal constant. Like it might circle back around later to become collectible again, but perfect example, we'll use Homelands and Fallen Empires, two of the most maligned Magic the Gathering sets of all time, and those both recently went up for auction, and they're $400 each for a box, which, like, to put that in perspective, like $400, admittedly, that's certainly not nothing.
No, you're right.
For a booster box of Magic cards from around that era, $400 sounds like the cheapest possible amount of money you could ever think of. Because a booster box around that, I mean, we're like, hell, Homelands is around Ice Age, so Homelands was right after Ice Age. So a box of Ice Age Magic cards, for perspective on this, so Homelands came out right after Ice Age. Okay. Or very, very close to Ice Age.
I remember Ice Age. You're speaking something that I understand about Magic.
Yeah, Ice Age is fucking cool as shit. Ice Age was a very cool set. A booster box of Ice Age, $1,900. So there you go. There's the perspective for you. So yes, eventually they did become quote unquote valuable. $450 is not nothing. But it's valuable from the sense of like it's a it's like hey, yeah, look, I own a sealed box of two of the worst Magic sets of all time. Yeah, so that's what it was. And then also there, and another big thing was they were not, like, the Van Gogh Museum was not ready for the Pokemon scalpers to just show up in mass, ready to do exactly what they were going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's fucking crazy. So as long as they don't do something like that, I could see this being a very fun little activity. Because that's the thing. Like the scalpers won't go. Like the horde will not descend if there's nothing for them to buy and sell.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing with even without the stuff to buy and sell, there's still going to be just the Pokemon wieners.
Yes, which is fine because it's for the Pokemon wieners.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it. It's just that there's so many Pokemon wieners.
Also true. Yes, not denying that. But like, I would rather have a crowded event for the Pokemon wieners than an event flooded with scalpers.
That's true. I'm with you 100%. That's the worst case scenario. Like the Pokemon wieners thing is a little bit less. It's maybe not second case worst case, but it's in the top 5. Anyway, so go to the Game Classy Facebook page. It's the best way to find a link to the Game Classy Discord. Love all of our Discord listeners. They're fantastic. I mean, they really are a great group of guys. They post stuff. They're really interactive. Works, it's a great place to go visit and find new stuff and find about what's going on. I mean, sometimes we pull our information from there too. Like, oh shit, this is going on. That's pretty cool. Most of the time we do ignore all news and everything. Like now there could be something going on like super huge in the gaming world and you and I just don't care or don't know.
Yeah.
It's because we're willfully ignoring it. You could also, the best way you can help out the podcast is like, comment, and subscribe on the iTunes, or you could like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTubes where we also post stuff. That's what's going to get me flagged and get a visit from the FBI.
It's all over.
So just keep that in mind. If you want to see more of my stuff, maybe you could find me on Reddit, but that's about it. But the best place is on Discord. Same thing with Steve. Steve is not available anywhere else. He's just on Discord.
Yeah, you can message me on Discord. Hello.
Message him on Discord. He will talk with you. He'll play video games with you. If you want to play a video game with Steve, he'll play with you.
Play Total War Warhammer 3.
You can play some Total War with him. Are they doing Total War Age of Sigmar yet?
They're just about to do 40K.
No, that's what it is. It's 40K. I know we talked about that though, right?
Yeah, they're about to do. I think we mentioned it.
Yeah, I just don't remember if it was if they said anything about Age of Sigmar.
They have not mentioned anything about Age of Sigmar. The first Age of Sigmar game did not go over well, but it also wasn't designed very well. So, I mean, I bought it. I played it I completely finished it. I thought it had potential, but the problem is you cannot in today's trying times. No, you just like if your game doesn't catch, there is very rarely a chance to catch up unless your game didn't catch and also sold a bajillion copies. So like No Man's Sky is an example of a game that didn't catch but could right its wrongs because so many fucking people bought No Man's Sky. They had a ton of money, even though the game was quote unquote a failure because people hated the game, right? The game fucking sucked. But that's neither here nor there. There's a whole bigger story to that. But No Man's Sky now is considered a pretty damn good game. Like people really like No Man's Sky.
Is that the one where people are building the spaceships that look like cheeseburgers now?
Maybe.
I
mean, it definitely could be because No Man's Sky is a space game where you can build your own ship. But like, keep in mind, this game had overwhelmingly negative reviews on Steam. Its current status on Steam is very positive.
Like, that's cool.
That kind of turnaround is almost unheard of in gaming. So the Age of Sigmar RTS, what happened is, Realms of Ruin came out. It wasn't that great. It had some very questionable design choices. I thought it was pretty fun, but again, it had some questionable design choices, but it did not sell well enough, nor did it have the word of mouth to create any sort of budget that would let them go back in and fix said design issues. Like there's some really like weird fucking design issues that are in that game that are, like only people who've played it would understand it, but it has a weird kind of like RTS. It's not a MOBA, but it has kind of like MOBA design elements, like where like your shit can only heal at home base. Okay, that's kind of weird. Like that's like that's unusual, but okay for sure. But then there's a retreat button, and the retreat button when you press that, no matter what you've highlighted, it immediately starts hauling fucking ass back to your base. The problem is, and here's maybe one of the reasons that there's some design issues. You can't cancel that. So if you accidentally hit the retreat hotkey, yeah, your shit's running. And it's just gone until it gets back to your base.
Well,
so things like that are never going to get fixed. So yeah, so that was the last big Age of Sigmar game. But Age of Sigmar has not had, as far as I know, there has not been a single really successful Age of Sigmar video game. No one has
Well-
been able to transfer it.
Well, also there's probably just a shit ton of mobile shitware.
Not counting. I'm only talking about PC releases. I ignore mobile games. Mobile
Yeah.
games are their own. That's their own ecosystem that I don't look at. I don't pay attention to. The only mobile games I know of are the ones where they happen to be like cross-platformed. Like I think Battle Sector is one that is a cross-platform. I think you can get Battle Sector on mobile as well as computer, but like Battle Sector's graphics are fucking crazy. So I don't know what fucking phone is running that game.
It's also funny to me because of the I say that the best mobile game that Games Workshop could make is a mobile version of Underworlds, and they have yet to do that. They have they have a game that is 100% Underworlds. It's a perfect 1-for-1.
Yeah,
and they refuse to put it on mobile where it would work the best.
Yep. Yeah. No, that game. But I played that game. But yeah, that game's the problem with that game is that there's no players.
Yeah, there's no players for it. But if they had it on a mobile, people would play it.
Yeah, you could absolutely you could get some people going in there. Maybe actually giving it a shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't think there's been a successful Age of Sigmar video game. If I'm wrong on that, please let me know because I would like to play it. If you know of an Age of Sigmar game that's good, I'd love to play it because I think I've played most of the Age of Sigmar games, and yeah, not too thrilling. Let me tell you. There's not a lot of like most Warhammer games fall into the mixed review, which means they're probably just bad.
With the exception of Total War.
Well, Total War is great, but I think Total War is like a very positive review thing. And then like Dawn of War 3 is really bad, but
Dawn of War, yeah.
Everyone has agreed to just not talk about Dawn of 3 anymore. It's Dawn of War, Dawn of War 2, Dawn of War 4.
Yeah,
that's the order of the games.
Hey, whatever people want.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, so that's that thing. And then apparently there's a game that like came out somewhat recently called Chainsaw Warrior, which is some sort of GW spin-off game.
Chainsaw Warrior. That was an old game, like around Rogue Trader days.
Yeah, so reviews on that one mixed.
It was around the same time as Car Wars.
Okay.
So yeah, Chainsaw Warrior. It might have even been before 40K was even a thing. Chainsaw Warrior. But I always like in the old White Dwarfs. I always know that they're interconnected.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, don't forget about Bolt Gun, Vermintide.
Oh yeah, Bolt Gun is a huge smash. But you know what? Maybe that's really still the key. It's like other than Space Marine, the actual Space Marine video game, which I guess actually no, even that is kind of
that's a Space Marine video game.
And so you have to staple the 40K IP onto an existing game that's already good.
Yeah, that's true. I've always said that. Yeah, absolutely.
I was about to say, well, they didn't do that with Space Marine. I was like, wait a minute, no, Space Marine is just Gears of War.
Well, no, yeah, Space Marine is Gears of War. Yeah, Space Marine's another good one. But fantasy-wise, they only really had Total War. And if you want to go Shadow of the Horned Rat, but Shadow of the Horned Rat was just Total War before Total War. Yeah,
they tried to do that with the Warhammer Chaos Bane.
Yeah, Chaos Bane didn't have the processing power for it.
Yeah, you needed, like, if you're gonna copy Diablo, you got to copy all the stuff from Diablo. You can't just pick some of the stuff. It has to be everything. I still say what they need to do. Here's your Age of Sigmar game, Steve. Age of Sigmar plastered onto Dynasty Warriors. Yeah, no, that'd be a perfect fit. Because you get to play an awesome hero for whatever respective faction. You just get to murk endless amounts of chaff guys, and then you fight other hero guys in cool battles. Yep, that's 100% how you do an Age of Sigmar game. You stick Age of Sigmar onto Dynasty Warriors. Yep, you can actually use this. There's already a game made which would be perfect for it. It's called Kingdom Under Fire. Okay. And Kingdom Under Fire was the one I played on Xbox. It's called Kingdom Under Fire: The Crusaders, and they've made a couple other ones. But what Kingdom Under Fire is it is obviously we'd streamline it for more modern controls because we're talking this is original Xbox. But it is Dynasty Warriors, except you also issued orders to regiments. So you could pause the game, like you're looking, like the game screen is like you're looking at your guy's back, right? So you're being like, you're a fighter, you're running around and you're fucking Dynasty warrioring dudes, but you can hit pause and go up and you can see the full battlefield, and you can tell regiments, you can be like, I need cavalry support, so you can tell the cav to come and flank the unit you're fighting, and then when you resume and you're fighting, you will actually see your cav riding around to help you, and they smash a unit. That sounds like exactly what I'd want from Age of Sigmar. Yes, they just need to use the Kingdom Under Fire system for Age of Sigmar. It would be fucking perfect.
There you go. Because I think like, and we talked about this with the Scrum with Age of Sigmar. Most video games don't do like how a classic battle would look, where it's basically just like two lines smashing into each other. This is like melee upon melee, you know, like a big scrum of melee.
Yeah, no, I highly recommend it. I think the game's great, and I think that if anyone's listening, if you're a dev, just make Kingdom Under Fire Age of Sigmar and roll it. Let the money roll in.
Let the money roll in. Okay. So I think we're at the end there. So Steve, until next time.
I will watch Babylon 5.
Yay! Later.
Later.
Game classy.